Hello, my friend Stephanie Barnard at Scrapbook.com for Sizzix. And are you looking at this? Check this out. You know what? It's a shaker card. Now, shaker cards are the most popular right now, and they are so much fun. But sometimes people get a little nervous about shaker cards. Let me assure you, they are so easy to make, and we're going to make one right now. What do we need to create this card? First, we're going to use this die right here. It's my star die, and it's a background die, and it is so incredibly intricate. We're also going to use a couple of the stars from the dotted star set that I designed for Sizzix. Now, I'm going to tell you a little tip, and no one else knows this. Are you ready for this? Some of the stars in here layer perfectly with this die set. So they coordinate perfectly together. Now, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do, and this is the hardest part, we are going to have an A2 size card base. We have to fold that in half. So hard, right? I'm kidding. That's easy peasy. Now what we're going to do is we're going to die cut this fun star die. Now I want you to see this die, and I want you to look at how incredibly intricate it is. There is a lot of die blade here. So we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take our bottom cutting pad, we're going to put it off to the side, and we're going to use our chrome precision base plate. It's also a mirror. If you ever need a mirror handy, you can use it as a mirror. And we're going to lay this down, and I leave a little bit of a lip hanging off so I can take it off when I'm done, because it sticks to that magnet really, really well. And we're going to take our paper, and we're going to take this, and now it's also not a magnet anymore, right? Because we have metal on the magnet, so the metal is not a magnet. So this is going to move around, and we want to add this die around it. So we are going to add a little tiny bit of washi tape to make sure it does not move once it goes through that machine. So we're going to get a little piece of washi tape, and we're going to lay this down. We're going to center it really, really well, and we're going to add just a little bit of tape. And I'm going to add a couple little pieces because I want to make sure I get that nice even frame all the way around. So we're going to check that. We're going to lay that down, and now we're ready to die cut. We're going to lay this down, and we're going to run this through. Now, even though I'm using my chrome precision base plate, I'm still going to run this through twice. Why is that? Well, it's a very, very intricate die, and it's a lot faster to run it through twice than it is to poke all of those little tiny pieces out. So I'm just going to run it back through. And the crunching you hear is all normal. That's that blade going into that precision base plate to give us a nice, good cut. So we're going to take this out and look at this magic. We're going to peel this up, and I might have to vacuum here, so I'm just going to give it a couple little flicks. But normally when I'm at home, you know, I just let it go. I let it all fly. But look at how those pieces are literally just falling out just by the little flicks. So I'm not doing poke. I'm just flicking it, and it's falling out. So we're even those little tiny pieces right there. Well, I have one that's completely done because we don't want to have a total mess here, right? We'll put that off to the side. And then I've already added, this is the back, I've already added some fun die cut stars there, and I've added my acetate. When you want to add, so you can see it's clear, it's like a little window. When you add your acetate, you can add it with the thin tape all the way around, or you could even use some liquid glue all the way around, and you're just going to add a little dot of glue all the way around this frame, okay? And so I've added the stars and the acetate. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to add a thin layer, a very, very thin border, you might want to trim it yourself, of foam tape. So you can see there's a little bit of extra foam there, so now this is going to pop up off of my card. And I'm going to move this precision base plate off to the side, and I'm going to grab my cutting pad back because we don't need that precision base plate anymore. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our card base, and as you can see here, we've added a little extra paper in the background. So this is what we're going to add. We're just going to add a little bit of paper right here, and we're going to add some adhesive to the back, just like this. And we're going to just layer that right there on the front of our card, just to add a little extra fun. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add the fun little background that we have right here. And we're going to peel off all this little stuff, these little tiny pieces, little tiny baby pieces. Now remember, we already have our acetate window on here, and we're going to peel this little, see how thin this is? But that's okay, because that's going to give us the extra height that we need to create the shaker part. And if you miss a piece, and I did this in class the other day when I was teaching a class, if you miss a piece, all your sequins or all your little goodies are gonna fall out. So make sure you get all this adhesive off the back. Now, we're gonna add some fun little yummies to the inside. You can add anything you want, any sequins, beads, anything you like. I'm just gonna add some just right there in the center. And I like to add a lot, so they gave me a lot, so I'm gonna put them all in there because you can never have too much yummies, right? And then we're gonna lay this down. Now it's all sticky along the edges only. It's only sticky around where that foam tape is. And I'm going to get over it just a little bit so I can make sure that I line this up really well. And I'm gonna layer that down right like that. And I'm gonna press on those edges. And now, if I did this correctly, I won't have a shaker that spills everywhere, but look at that. Can you hear them? It's so fun. It's a shaker card. I told you they were easy to make, right? Okay, let's finish off and decorate this a little bit more. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna peel this off and we're gonna, now you're a star. Isn't that appropriate to say you're a star because that's so fun? So we're gonna add you're a star, and then we need to add some twine around this because twine or ribbon you always have to add, right? Just to finish it off. And we're gonna add this around, let's actually add it twice. So we're gonna go around and back around, and then we're gonna tie this off, and we're gonna just do a little knot just for kicks. So we're gonna just tie this, one, and let's do one more. And then we have this cute little button with star and some twine in there. We're gonna just layer that right on top, and we're gonna trim our little legs of our twine, and we are good to go. I told you shaker cards were easy, and I just proved it. Look how fun that is. So the next time you're thinking about making a card, make one that's shaken. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more from Scrapbook.com, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a message. Happy crafting!